What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. This week we have a fiance caught communicating with their ex, a wife who ruins her husband's big day, a stepdad who lies about his stepdaughter being pregnant, and we brought back, does this guy? Yep. If that all sounds interesting and you want to hear those ad-free, you can become a YouTube member or a patron, and you'll also get to hear the return of smut. That's right. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Therapy. I'm not reading. It's therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Sean, joined with Double J's themselves.
Bang, bang. Two's J's.
Double J'd up on a Monday afternoon.
What you doing double J'd up on?
Man, I thought smut would never return, but here we are.
Somebody requested it on the live, I think.
I do remember that, yeah.
So I thought, hey, we should do smut on one of the games that we had. So we will be reading some Marvel Rivals smut later on.
No. Which went pretty well, actually. Sean and I played Marvel Rivals 2 Fridays ago as this came out.
Yeah.
It went pretty well.
Pretty good. Josh is very good at games, y'all.
I mean, I don't know about that. It was...
I stayed on the same character because I'm too scared to go anywhere else. I think Josh played like 5 different characters.
Damn.
I just flexed around a bit more. I don't know.
You would wait until everybody to pick their character because he's like, I'm a gamer and I could play anything.
I can do anything.
No, that's not true. I'm just used to playing, like, flexing and then having to play healer.
Bro, I'm so trash at games. Fuck, y'all should have seen my dumb ass at the bomb game. I'm like, I had no idea what was
You
going
zoned
on
out
the whole
completely. As soon as you were like, I have to read a manual, I'm out. I'm out. There's no way.
So we played Marvel Rivals Friday, and then John, Sean, and I played party games on Saturday night.
That was fun.
It was a good time.
Boomerang foo. I'm down for another round of that.
Yes. we
My
need
God, I
revenge.
got annihilated.
Nah, I feel like it was pretty even until I heard TikTok got banned, and then I went crazy.
Yeah.
Anger.
Actually, if you want to listen to a rant, go listen to Sean rant about TikTok and the American, the state of America.
Yeah. I did say, though, I predicted it. I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to be back.
Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah.
It's not the same app, though, so that's a little scary, but we'll see.
So you're saying it's okay that I don't have it downloaded on my phone anymore? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to stay on Red Note. I'll probably use both. I just felt bad because I was seeing, like, you know, on Red Note, people were like, Chinese people were like, so if TikTok comes unbanned, are y'all all leaving?
Oh.
I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I'm letting a friend down if I just only use TikTok. And that's how they get you.
You called them friend. The
Yeah.
American government's knocking on your door.
Yeah. I mean, I went on a full rant. If the government's not on my door by now,
Yeah, you're in Texas too.
that was
High
crazy.
alert.
All right. Are we ready to hop into it, guys?
Let's do it.
Let's hawk to it.
Hawk to it?
Yeah.
I thought we were done with that one.
Trying to say trending. Is that not trending anymore?
Boy.
Brother, I don't think it's been trending for a while now.
Shit.
Full disclosure, John saved me the embarrassment and flaming by noticing that we had done our first story before.
They wouldn't have known, brother, if you didn't address it.
I'm just letting them know that I haven't read this story at all.
Okay.
But it was sent from a Discord user, Katie Buggy.
Oh,
Shout out Katie
Shout out
Buggy.
Katie.
This one's coming from Relationship Ground Score Advice, and it's titled, My 36 Female Fiancé is breaking off our engagement and ending our relationship because I, 37 male, still communicate with my ex-wife.
Do y'all have kids with your ex-wife? Because that would be a valid reason to still have a conversation.
Yeah. And being 37, I'd hazard to guess that they still have kids. Or they have kids. Sorry.
That they had kids with their ex.
Yeah, they had kids together is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Then I didn't
And
say that
again,
at
I
all.
haven't read this, so I would also assume that there's kids involved.
Nice. I like when Sean also doesn't know what's coming up.
Yeah.
So it's all a surprise for us.
Yeah. So surprise for
great.
all three of us. All right. My fiance Sarah, whom I love with my entire heart and soul, told me tonight that she's done. She looked through my phone and saw texts between my ex-wife and I. They included names. I feel like that's not, they didn't say let's call. So I'm assuming they just totally doxed their ex.
I always assume they're fake names.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I hope they're fake names, but sometimes when it's fake names, they'll be like, let's call him M.
True.
This is just a full-on first name, so I don't know.
That's fine.
The reason I communicate with my ex is because we have children.
Whoa, what a surprise.
Dab on him, Josh.
I can't wait. There we go. How old is the fiance?
36.
Okay, so old enough to realize
Should
this
have
is
a
a probably
better emotional
common
intelligence.
this is a stupid argument.
They live with me full-time, and I'm the sole provider for them. My ex and I divorced back during the COVID days and have since then moved on. Sarah and I got together last summer. Yes, I know that this is fast. I wouldn't say that's like incredibly fast when you know, and when you have money and the means.
I also, I feel when you're older, you also
cut through a lot of the
you cut through a lot of the bullshit.
The fluff.
Yeah.
The texts between my ex and I are nothing more than the typical things relating to kids. Except on Christmas when my ex and Sarah got in a fight over my ex not wanting to have anything to do with Sarah. We nearly split. She packed her stuff and had it all in her car after she met my ex for the first time when she came by to pick up my kids on Thanksgiving last year.
What the fuck?
I
feel she is not the right one for you. I think you're okay.
Sounds insecure as hell.
Yeah.
Well, they sound like they both don't like each other.
Right.
But she did pack up her things immediately.
Yeah, as soon as she met her when she was picking her kids up.
From Thanksgiving, yeah.
That's crazy.
My ex only wants to get to know Sarah better because she lives with me and my kids, but she's not having any of it. So Sarah took off, and I thought we were done then. I did know that Sarah wouldn't want anything to do with my ex, but I think it's unreasonable and not really possible with her acting this way. Well, during that uncertain time around Sarah leaving me, I told my ex that my fiance had some trauma from her past and to not give up on trying to be cordial with her. Fast forward to today, Sarah grabbed my phone while I was away briefly and went through it. She's done this before, and I have nothing to hide, so I usually don't mind. Well, she decided that because of me telling my ex that info, plus the fact that she asked my thoughts on a birthday gift for one of our kids, that she's done with me because of those reasons.
Holy shit.
Mind you, the text with me telling her about Sarah's traumatic past and the conversation about the gift were days apart, maybe more. We do not talk daily or anything like that. I'm not sure whether I should keep fighting for someone who is this insecure and is making this a major issue when it doesn't have to be. How can I remedy this situation? Names have been changed for privacy reasons.
There you go. You got your confirmation.
All right, I'm just
I
going to be
wouldn't
going
be
by name.
concerned with first names anyways, unless there's last names involved.
Yeah,
that's true.
okay.
That's
That's kind of scary.
But then sometimes there's just so many details in the story. I'm like scared to say,
That's fair.
feel bad.
We've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think Sarah needs to grow up. This is something that's going to be until your kids, well, even then after they move out, I imagine you'll still be communicating at some points to coordinate, some sort of family get together, or, when are they coming to your place for Christmas or whatever it happens to be. Like, you're going to constantly be coordinating with her about your kids because the kids are the priority in that situation.
That's what good co-parenting looks like.
Exactly.
Again, we're not parents, but
No,
I
but
imagine it takes a lot of communication.
This seems like a healthy divorce co-parenting situation and nothing more. And so I think Sarah is overreacting, and it by sounds like it, past trauma. But that's something she's got to work on, and she can't be putting you or your ex-wife through that or your kids through that. And that's something she's got to, go figure out on her own or find someone who doesn't have kids because or an ex with kids. Like that's something she's got to deal with, I think. I don't know, because I just, to me, that seems like a childish behavior.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with Josh. Like whatever trauma that Sarah went through, I'm sympathetic for that situation because we all know like how that shit can affect somebody. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be Sarah's responsibility to take care of that on her own. And it's unfair for the kids and it's unfair for OP to completely cut off like, the mom in the scenarios because now you're also hindering the kid's relationship with the mom. Maybe we don't know what the dynamic of the relationship is, but from kind of what it sounds like, they have a cordial relationship because OP was able to text the ex to be like, hey, what's a good idea for a gift? I mean, like what Josh said, this sounds like a healthy co-parenting scenario. And if Sarah can't accept that, and it seems like OP also, from what they mentioned, they have nothing to hide. They were very open about what their relationship is. I can kind of see where like Sarah got ticked off. It's like, oh, why are you telling people like my business and kind of what I went through?
But isn't that because she stormed out and was like,
yes, that part. I mean, I can understand why like Sarah got pissy on that part, but the other parts, like, oh, why you text? Why are you getting? Why are you asking
Gift
her for
ideas.
opinion about your kid shit? I'm just like, well, no shit. That's their parent too.
Yeah.
So Sarah does have a lot of growing up to do. It seems like she's better off single, or kind of like what Josh said, find somebody that doesn't have that type of dynamic where she'll feel some type of way about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or therapy.
Both.
Our go-to. Or all of it. All of the above.
All of the above.
All right, there are some edits here.
Okay.
So edit 1. Also, what I told my wife was that Sarah was cheated on by her ex-husband with someone that was close to her. I did this only so she could excuse her own behavior and try to look past it. And I did apologize for doing so. Also, I wanted to mention that Sarah is amazing with my kids. No issues there at all. I do see where a lot of you are coming from regarding the potential of future issues, though.
Yes,
Edit
that's
2.
what I see.
I have joint custody of my kids with my ex-wife. Reason being is that I didn't want to keep my kids from seeing their mom whenever they wanted to. My ex-wife walked out on us during the pandemic and left me to raise our kids alone. And I have successfully done so and continue to do so. I don't need a woman in my life to help me raise them. I wanted to have someone who I could love and be loved by, and that's what I got from Sarah. Y'all are jumping the gun by calling her crazy and a lunatic. Our relationship has been stable and very happy, except for her really not wanting to have any sort of dealings with my ex.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is fine. Like, you don't have to have, like, she doesn't have to be involved with that stuff other than seeing her the occasional time she's picking the kids up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
like,
she can't get involved with like not letting.
yeah, you can't take the phone away, read it, and then get mad about that because they're communicating about the kids that with the ex that you don't want anything to do with. Like, you can't have it all.
Yeah. She's great with my kids, and they have a good relationship with her as well. Yes, we move fast, but when you know, you know. Also, I'm not one to sleep around or be promiscuous, so those saying I moved her in for that, you couldn't be more wrong. Wild, anybody would say.
Reddit be jumping the gun.
Also, your ex left you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you were.
Yeah, you were whoring around, fucking sleeping with anybody else. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you have all the valid reasons to seek love when you just got abandoned.
Exactly.
Yeah. Last edit. This will most likely be my final edit until I post an update. I just want to address the fact that my kids are in school now and are not currently homeschooled. I did that in 2020 for 1 year during the pandemic because it was the best option at the time. Also, I want to mention that although I've moved fast in this relationship, it isn't because of needing to be in one. I've been single for years and I happen to found the one who makes me feel complete in more ways than one. But in the meantime, I'm just going to let things play out and see what happens. If my fiance can't get her act together, then it'll be over between us. I've been through too much in my past marriage to fall back into something similar. It just sucks, you know? Oh well. Thanks to everyone who responded with grace and didn't come here just looking to hang somebody. Peace.
I wonder if Sarah is acting that way because she's on like protective mode. Because it's like, oh, I don't fuck with her and I don't want you doing anything with her because she abandoned you and your children.
I mean, maybe, but
Yeah.
Still not an excuse to be.
It's still not
acting
your
that way,
place to like be like, you can't communicate for your kids' sake. You know what I mean? Like, that's still not her place to do that. Yeah, and there's other ways to show that. I don't know. That's a potential, but I mean, only OP would know those details. So I don't know. To me, it seems more petty than that, but you could be right.
Yeah, because I don't know. Sarah kind of sounds vindictive. in a way.
I wonder if the person that Sarah got cheated on with was her husband's ex, and she's just on high alert. Maybe. I don't know. But even then, like at a certain point, you can't blow up regular conversations about kids.
Yes.
Into huge arguments.
Yeah.
Like you just can't. You know what I mean? They're gonna be talking, probably forever. So
yeah,
it's just co-parenting. You know what I mean? You're in your mid-30s. That's kind of gonna be a thing. A lot of people.
A reality for a lot of cases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This next one is coming from r/true off my chest, coming from Too Poor for Patreon.
Whoa.
Sorry about it.
Should have locked the story behind Patreon.
Sean did that last time.
I think I did.
They don't know. They just found out right now.
All right. This one is titled, I was walking on sunshine after an event. Got home and my wife ruined it for me in one sentence.
Whoa. I have a feeling that this person's a boomer that hates their wife.
Well, I think this could go one of two ways. Either they did something stupid, or I don't know, the relationship's just bad. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I'm getting boomer vibes when I say, every time I come home, my wife nags at me. It's like, I think they just want to talk to you.
Yeah, calls
after
it
Also
you
could
being
be a
gone for
boomer
a
with
while.
I was walking on sunshine. I mean, I don't know any of my friends.
I mean, that's an old ass song. I'm walking on sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this person's old as
Calls her the ball and chain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. I just ran an event and it was so meaningful to me. I coach a group of rascals and I brought them to our first competition. It was a major achievement. Nearly everyone was a first-year competitor. Kids were so anxious and excited. I spent so many hours getting everyone ready, and the logistics of everything pushed me to my absolute limit. That was one sentence. It was a labor of love. Every part of it was done with my whole heart. My kids didn't win, and I didn't expect them to, but we fucking tried. And some kids, I had never seen them so happy, even after knowing them for years. Outside of literally anything my son has ever done, it was the most meaningful thing that has happened to me in a very long time. It felt good. Cloud 9 over here. I was at the event for 5 hours. I called somebody on my way home and talked for 30 minutes, and I was all smiles. And she yelled with excitement and bragged to her husband about my success, and he joined in, all love and praise. I get home late, and I'm glad to finally relax. I belly flop onto bed and do a dramatic sigh. My wife says, "Did you come in from the garage? Is the laundry done?" I say, "I don't know." She says, "Get off the bed. I just washed the sheets." I said, "Okay," and I left the room. She followed me and said she didn't know what she did wrong, and she asked me if we could start over. I said, "Sure." She told me about her day and said she wants to hear about mine, but she's tired and hopes she will fall asleep soon. "Do you still want to talk to me about it, though?" I say, "No, thanks." The end. That's it. I don't know how to explain it. She knew how important it was. She knew the effort. She knew I was genuinely excited to talk about it. She knew. She knows everything. And I have so much to say. I loved it. I loved everything about it. There wasn't a thing I feel anything less happiness about. I could talk for an hour about everything that I loved about it, but my wife didn't even ask. Just told me to not get the sheets dirty. And I wasn't even on the sheets. I was on the comforter.
Don't take offense to this if you wrote this, but that sounded like the most AI gobbledygook I've ever heard.
I mean, I want to let y'all say what y'all want to say, but I think this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, here's what I think. I think it's okay to be frustrated getting home and then being immediately like do chores or something like that. I think it's important to talk to your partner about like, how was your day? Like, how's it going? Like, get a vibe check and like check in with each other first. I think that's important. But as soon as like she said, let's start over, and you agreed to that, that's when you start over. And then you talk about each other's days like she was trying to do there. So I think they both did wrong things in this, but I think at the end of the day, he ended it on the wrong instead of starting over like they wanted to, or they said they were going to.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there too, Josh. Like I think with her scenario, it's like she also probably labored, throughout the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a pain in the ass to do laundry. As someone who does the laundry for the whole house, like we fucking have so much clothes for some reason, and them bitches take like a whole ass day to do. Sometimes my whole Friday is just basically just laundry the whole day.
Yeah.
And that could be tiring too. And I understand the frustration because like when you're so excited about a topic or you're passionate about something, like you would hope that your partner is also as enthusiastic about it because that's like your bestie, that's your best friend. Like you want to tell them everything and you want to be as excited or you want them to be as excited for you. I'm with you there, Josh. Like I feel like she acknowledged that, oh shit, I think I fucked up by not being, welcoming and saying like, oh, I
like being a partner first instead of a roommate first kind of thing.
Yes, like I acknowledge that, that you've planned for this for so long and I know you worked hard for it. Like, let me ask you how it went. Instead, like she went like, oh, get off the thing. Well, probably you should have changed beforehand.
Yeah,
like, you've been outside the whole day, brother.
I agree.
I would understand that, but when the wife was like, hey, let's start over, that should have been a switch and that should have been like an indicator for you to say like, oh shit, my energy shifted because I felt some type of way, but you course corrected your action. Let me also pivot and say like, oh shit, like, this is a chance. This is kind of like a fresh start that should have been, but instead I think he sulked, which is unfortunate, instead of opening his mouth and say like, hey, I really want to share something with you. But instead he kind of just, internalized everything. And now he has resentment, which I think sucks.
Even like if she said, okay, let's start over, he could have been like, listen, I need 5 minutes. I'll go do the laundry now. And then we can come back. Like he could have taken himself out of the situation, gathered himself and then come back and then talk to his wife. Like there were situations where this could have been avoided. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's a small spat. Would you even call it that? Like it's,
I mean, the disappointment to me is valid.
Sure.
Yeah. The disappointment is okay, especially if something that you felt like you worked so hard for, but you also have to be mature enough to just be like, okay, maybe she's not as into this like I am, which is perfectly understandable too.
It sounds like it was for your son though, so she should be at least
So I think
interested.
I think both partners here need to do a better job of like acknowledging each other's efforts. So there's room to grow.
The son, I don't know if was involved.
Okay, this is where the gobbledygook got gobbledygook because I was like, thought you were talking about his son in there somewhere, but
he did. So this is where I think this guy kind of sucks. Just for the two main reasons that stuck out to me.
Okay.
One, he said, outside of anything my son has done, this is the most meaningful thing that has ever happened to me in a long time.
Oh.
So like son's not involved. He's just saying like outside of the things his son does, this was more meaningful to me, than anything in a long time. And I'm like, all right, so just mentioned your son, but not, your wife.
Your wife.
Also, on your however long ride home, sounds like you called somebody else instead of talking to your wife. So if you really wanted to talk to your wife about how important this was to you, why call the friend?
That's true.
And not your wife. You know what I mean?
True.
And then
I misunderstand. I thought it was like his son was involved.
No, son not involved at all.
He was calling like a parent of one of the kids. I really didn't understand that part.
I feel like this is just a cold home altogether.
Maybe.
Yeah. Son not involved with the event today.
Okay.
Also, he just said called someone on my ride home. Didn't say parent of blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Or what. Just said called someone and we celebrated with her and her husband. I'm like, all right, well, how are you going to get pissed off at not being able to talk to your wife about it when you chose not to talk to your wife about it?
Yeah, you could have called her.
Yeah, you could have called her.
Yeah.
So I think, and then outside clothes. What are you, a fucking maniac? Just put outside clothes on the goddamn fucking bed. So yeah, I mean, I think for sure she probably could have walked into a happier, like, oh my God, how did it go type thing.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I feel like if you wanted to let her know how it went, He could have called her on the way back.
True.
He called somebody else, so clearly that's a possibility. But I mean, she course corrected immediately and was kind of like, "Oh, I fucked that one up. So let's start over."
That's where I get her a little bit more leeway. It's just like she acknowledged it immediately.
I don't love that she's like, you know, she knew that it was a big day, and then she went off about her day, and then when it came to yours, she was like, "Would love to fall asleep, but if you want to talk about it, we can." I mean, I guess she could have let you start first. But again, I just go back to, why are you calling somebody else? Why call anybody besides your wife? If
That's true. That is weird.
you're going to throw
like,
a hissy fit at the end that you couldn't talk about it to your wife. So I don't know.
because whenever
This is just a cold ass relationship. This is the feeling I'm getting.
It sounds like a roommate thing.
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like. It's turned into a roommate relationship, which is
It couldn't be
Not
me.
great.
All the comments or conspiracy theories are like, do you want to be the third to that wife and husband or something? Like, what the fuck is going on there?
that confused me so much.
Man,
Yeah,
do
because
I-
why? Why do that?
Yeah.
And then complain, oh man, my wife doesn't want to talk to me about it. You don't want to talk to her about it. You could have. You chose not to. I don't know.
I get excited about everything. I'm just like, hey, when Juliet talks about her like shit that she does for school, I'm like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, but you sound happy about it. Hell yeah, make those websites, girl. Go do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because like if Sienna does something, like she does a big, like, cause she throws events and stuff for the town sometimes, and I usually volunteer, so I'm usually there with her. But if I'm not there or something, and she comes back home, that's like the first thing I ask about. I don't know. I feel like they're just not vibing right now.
Yeah.
And they maybe need to get couples therapy to get on the
same.
same level here.
I will. She is probably more mature because I do really admire that. Oop, let's rewind, start over. I like that move.
You are right with her downplaying it at the end, being like, I really want to go to sleep, but
Yeah, that one is a little. I don't love that. Would have
Yeah.
loved if she let him start because she knew, at least according to him, she knew how important it was.
or even as a partner, they've done something they're excited about.
Yeah.
You should ask about that as well. Like they're both
kind of just out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not vibing.
But
right
I
now.
think the guy is just wild. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right.
Sean's like, this motherfucker's a heathen.
I just don't think he likes his wife, man.
I don't know if she likes him much either.
She at least tried to rewind it. But then
Yeah.
she immediately fucked that up again by
They're both
talking only
fuck-ups.
about herself and
Yeah.
being like, really would love to sleep now. So I do see both sides. But
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
doesn't-
it just annoys me that he was like, I couldn't even talk to my wife about it. When I'm like, I think you could have.
You could have.
Yeah, I
Just
think
open
you
your
could
mouth,
have.
brother.
Yeah.
Shit. Just have that conversation.
Guys, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's Chat GPT anyway.
Yeah, truly. Who knows? Coming from Cole CCJ88.
J. Cole.
Oh my God. Mr. Cole.
It's an honor.
This one's titled, My Stepdad Lied About Me Being Pregnant to quote unquote teach me a lesson, and it traumatized me.
Wait,
How
the
the fuck?
stepfather told OP that they're pregnant?
Yeah.
How the fuck
what-
do you do that?
Wouldn't she know if she was
That's like
pregnant or not?
gaslighting to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
That-
That's
And
pretty
why would
fucked.
That's exactly what this is. It's just the most gaslighting fucking shit I've ever read. And I
Oh
hope
my
it's
God.
fake. I just don't know. All right.
All right.
When I was 15, my stepdad decided to quote unquote teach me a lesson about responsibility in the most cruel and manipulative way imaginable. He lied and told me I was pregnant. It had come out that I had had premarital sex. So he had me pee in a cup and claimed that he tested it.
What the fuck?
I didn't see what he did, but he came back and said, "Yup, you're pregnant." And I had no reason to doubt him. For roughly 5 months, 18 weeks.
5 months? He let you think that for 5 months.
18 whole weeks.
That's insane.
I believed I was going to have a baby. My body even seemed to respond to this. I gained weight. I had morning sickness, cravings.
from the stress, I bet.
And even
Probably.
felt like I thought were kicks. I mentally prepared myself for this child I grieved the life that I thought I'd lose as a teen mom, but I grew to love the baby that I thought was growing inside of me. My reputation at school expectedly took a hit. And then it took another hit, you'd expect, when I ended up not having that baby. Yup, I became that girl. When I finally asked about getting prenatal care, he laughed and told me that he lied about it the entire time. It was at the dinner table, and I'll never forget my mental state shattering. I was devastated, among many other things, and to make matters worse, he found my pregnancy journal that I had been writing in every week for the baby to one day read. He confiscated it and quoted it back to me, laughing at my thoughts and feelings for weeks afterwards.
This is some sadistic.
This is the most
shit.
evil shit we've read in a while.
Is
Like-
the mother in the picture
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
It sounds like
That's
a Cinderella
crazy.
thing where they got a step parent and
an
then
evil
the
stepdad?
parent died or some shit.
This is more than evil. This is fucking
Torture.
Yes.
yeah. I truly don't understand. Like, there's teaching your kids a lesson, which is like sitting them down and being like, "Hey, if you continue with premarital sex, like this is what like you can get
This
pregnant.
could happen. Yes.
Like you could get STIs. Like showing the pictures of STIs. Like there's ways to scare them from, having unprotected premarital sex.
Yeah, like blue waffles. Don't Google that.
Exactly. Like there's tons of healthy ways to teach your kids. This just seems sadistic and like
Yeah.
he's getting some sort of pleasure out of
Oh,
torturing
yeah.
you.
That laughing reaction is straight up evil.
Yeah.
It felt like I had lost a child, even though there was never a baby. And it always felt wrong to say that I suffered a miscarriage, so I never felt like I could truly talk to somebody about the kind of grief that I felt. This experience has haunted me for years. It's left me with trust issues, trauma, and a lingering grief that's hard to explain to anyone who hasn't been through something similar. I have tried to find others who've had an experience like mine, but I haven't really found anything. I wanted to share my story here because I feel like this is the kind of thing that hasn't been talked about. If you've ever been through something similar, I'd love to hear from you. And if not, thank you for letting me get this off of my chest. ETA, what does that stand for?
Edit to add.
Just put edit, y'all. Don't fucking estimated time of arrival. The first time I ended up actually pregnant, they ended up being twins. And it felt symbolic. Like I was given the child I ended up not having in addition to the one I was having, or I was going to have then. It's comforting when I look at it that way. Like my love for them was real even if they weren't. So real that the baby just had to come into existence. Oh, that's a sweet ending to a fucking
That is.
horrific story.
I assume they're much older now. Does
It sounds like.
Yeah, they never said their age now.
okay.
I love the positivity and how OP painted that scenario at the very end. It is very wholesome to hear that, and I'm glad that they're in a way had some time to, I wouldn't say move on, but like move like forward with the traumatic experience that they went through, because that's we kind of talked a lot about it in the beginning. She was basically mentally tortured during that
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Not only, she experienced the emotional distress, but her social dynamics also changed. Being in high school, being painted a certain light and being painted as a certain person, that can cause so much issues down the line, because teenagers are brutal, more brutal than kids sometimes, in my opinion. They can like ruin your psyche and how you'll develop as an adult because of all the things that they say about you, and people just perceive things about you. So it's unfortunate, and I'm hoping this shit is fake, but also if it's real, I do hope that people have the courage to, have a conversation with OP that to make her feel that she's not alone, and that I hope she finds her tribe, her community that can help her like navigate through this. Even though I feel like, she's moved forward a little bit with her life, I still hope that she can get the support that she needs to, validate the feelings that she felt back then. And they still do to this day.
That was very eloquently put. I hope the stepfather dies in a fiery car crash. And
violence.
Because that's
Murder! All aboard the murder train.
that is, I mean, we said it already, but just sadistic, fucked up. Like, not something you do to anyone, and letting them think they have the kid for 5 months without telling them. Like, she essentially went through the emotional trauma of having a miscarriage.
And instead of being able to deal with that trauma, he was reading the journal that you kept and laughing and making jokes about it. Like a goddamn movie villain, bro.
Yes. You should never be a parent, and you deserve nothing but the worst things to happen to you. Like, it's just, I don't know.
This is one of those ones where you get so mad.
Don't put me in a room with him. That's what I'm saying.
Also, I read the top comment, which said what, y'all two asked, where the hell is the mom?
Yeah.
To which, on our subreddit, Aggle Clack responded. In one of the comments, Opie says that the mom was there and basically laughed along and said, well, what's done is done.
Okay.
Oh,
I hope she's
as
in
a
the
mother,
passenger seat of that fiery car crash.
as a mother, you can do that and as a mother who gave birth to a daughter,
Yes.
you of all people should know the emotional things that and the physical trauma that your body goes through. Your daughter went through both, and you're gonna support your bitch ass of a step or like your husband and her stepdad, and you're gonna support that, bro. You're a deadbeat like that stepdad.
Yes. Yeah. I truly can't fathom doing that to my own child. Just fucking crazy. I don't know. Like, yeah, like you said, John, as someone who's had a child, just put yourself in her shoes and having like not being able to have that child. Like,
yes,
you're putting a 15-year-old through that. That's insane. That is insane.
I mean, it is a parent's responsibility to educate and set your kids up for success. Yes, teenage pregnancies can alter your life completely. Like, you're going to be forced to be an adult in such an early age. That part is true. Like, no matter how much you paint it, but you don't teach your kids a lesson in a way where you're emotionally torturing the fuck out of them.
There are much more healthy ways to teach them that there are consequences to actions, and that is not it. Now, we are not parents. I can't imagine people going against us in this scenario, but I just, I don't know. I can't wait for someone to be like, you guys aren't even parents. You're way off on this.
That would be fucking insane. You know that all
I
the talk
teach
about
my kid this lesson too.
like other ways to teach a lesson. It reminds me of when I was in youth group and people would they'd bring speakers in to talk about it. And then I saw a TikTok clip of this recently. It'd be like the speakers at your church youth group, and they'd be like, yeah, man, I was having sex with 7 different women every day. It was fucking sick. And the bad kind of sick, not fucking sick. So don't fucking do that. And I was doing drugs and shit, and I was getting so high, having so much sex, doing drugs. It was.
I'm like, man, this shit sounds fun, bro.
Yeah, pretty much what the vibe was it's terrible. Don't ever do it.
Your Bible kind of lame, dude.
But Sean heard that and went, okay, I believe you. I'm not
I was like,
that.
oh my God.
Praise be to Jesus.
I can't do that.
I will pray for you.
Yeah. And this guy turned it all around. Look at that. All right. I promised it at the beginning. Here we go. This is the return of Does This Guy Fuck? And coincidentally, didn't mean to happen. I just saw 3 short stories that I think would fall into this. And then when I was putting my little spreadsheet together, I'm like, oh my God. Josh's goat hop mid-score into mid-score it. Posted all of them. So Loki, she curated this little Does This Guy Fuck segment.
That's
unknowingly. Awesome. So if you, oh God.
You talk about youth group and God already betrayed him immediately.
Yeah, already. Dude.
Talking shit. I chose those speakers, Sean.
I didn't have sex. I followed.
This guy didn't fuck, Lord.
I really didn't.
I didn't do that much drugs.
I've only done drugs after I was married, really. Anything, blame her, right? Okay. So if you don't know how Does This Guy Fuck works, we're going to read some stories and then we're going to decide, does this guy fuck?
No.
And the answer is usually no, but
Usually.
I found enough short stories. There's going to be a mix in this.
Oh.
The mac and cheese
Finally.
guys again?
Yeah. Okay. This one is coming from r/marriage and cross-posted by, you guessed it, Hop Into It. This is titled Caught My Husband.
It wasn't him.
It goes like this.
Wasn't me.
A couple weeks ago, I wasn't sleeping well and I was tossing and turning all night. I woke up around 4 a.m. in the morning and saw my husband on his phone looking at photos of some woman. Immediately confused and ready to be annoyed, I squinted to get a better look. Turns out he was looking at pictures of me.
Hey.
We
At 4 in the morning. Gooning at 4 a.m.?
At 4 a.m. gooning. We had sex later that morning, and I just wanted to share. Lol.
Wow.
So, a very obvious one stated in it.
Proven.
Does this guy fuck?
Yes. And he has the receipts to prove it.
He has the receipt. She's writing about how good it was.
Hell yeah. That's a good one.
All right, this one. Oh my God. Dude, I fine for an hour and a half out of nowhere.
Sean, could you keep yourself composed for a little bit?
I'm trying my best. This one is coming from r/relationship ground score advice, also coming from Hop Into It. My boyfriend, 28 male, said he would leave me, 24 female, if I couldn't have kids.
28 and 24?
Yeah, y'all say it for me. My throat is fucked.
I mean, that one's not that bad, but it's the second half of that sentence was crazier.
Yeah. It's not the worst.
I
Give
mean,
it a
yeah,
little
go,
one though, John.
go ahead, leave me. That's fine. If you want kids and I don't,
Let's hear Josh bust it illegal for us one time.
Yeah, just a baby one, 'cause
It's
it's
more
not- it's not
powerful
terrible.
coming from a white man, you know?
illegal.
There it is.
Ooh.
It's got some suburb vibe to it. Is that-
Had a little bit of twang in there, you know?
Someone said I said vaguely weird. In the
Yeah, you say
do.
vaguely.
You do.
It's like
What?
vaguely. It's
Vaguely?
vaguely.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely?
I think
Vaguely.
Canadians probably say it like
You say
vag.
vaguely?
Vaguely?
Yeah, he's been saying vag this whole
The
time.
whole time, yeah.
I think the
know.
first time you said it, me and John looked at it.
Vaguely?
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
vaguely.
disconnect here.
Americans say vaguely. I
Vaguely?
just assume Canadians say vaguely.
I don't know. Because someone in the TikTok comment said I'm Canadian and I've never pronounced it that way. Or something.
Say bagel.
Bagel.
You say bagel too.
bagel.
No, he doesn't say bagel.
I heard him saying bagel before.
Sienna says ketchup. Ketchup.
Cat. Hey, yo.
I'm like, that's crazy. And milk.
Oh, I remember. That's a skit. The milk skit. It's the best.
That's a brand now. There's a brand called Milk.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Pour me a glass of milk.
Yeah, they make almond and oat milk.
Whoa.
They call it milk.
That's sick.
Whoa.
All right. My boyfriend and I have been together for 6 months and both want kids very badly. And I've expressed to him that one of my biggest fears is being infertile. He said he would never want to adopt and never want to go to a sperm bank. I asked him what he would do if we couldn't have kids in any way, like if nothing worked. He said he'd probably leave me and he would expect me to want to do the same because we both deserve what we want in life.
What the fuck? What if it was the roles reversed? You can't have the kids, buddy. What now?
Yeah.
Oh, please don't leave me. We can go to a sperm bank. Fuck you.
I'm sorry, but is that not incredibly hurtful?
Yeah.
How would that make
It
you
is.
feel? I'm looking for a male and female perspective on the situation. I feel like he doesn't truly love me and that I'm disposable, if that makes any sense.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That's
Anyone else
exactly-
feel like they could feel this way? Or they would feel this way?
Well,
Yes.
Advice to you, girlfriend. Don't fuck them.
Don't
Anyone.
fuck him.
No.
Do not fuck this man.
Yeah. Then he won't have to worry about having kids.
Yeah.
So,
And it sounds like this is the type of guy that like would just dip out of your life at the most, like, you know, the first inconvenience.
Yeah. He gets overwhelmed when you have your first kid and he goes, I need to step out. And then
Or
He's the
you're
type
just
of guy that will step out and get some milk and leave you for a long time.
while
Milk.
you're pregnant, it sounds.
Why are you pregnant?
like, I've been looking for milk forever. They only sell milk.
I gotta go to the next country. Shit.
You got Malk over here. All right. So does this guy fuck?
No.
Hopefully not anymore.
I don't want him to.
Hopefully never. All right. And our last one. This one's coming from r/benign existence. Coming from, you guessed it, happened to it.
Let's go.
It's titled, My Fiancé Tucks Me In Every Day.
Oh,
Fucks.
Fucks. Don't even need to read the story. He doesn't tuck me in to go to sleep at night. He gets up at 5:30 in the morning so he can exercise before work. I playfully complained to him once that the bed... Why? I playfully complained to him once that the bed is so much colder after he leaves. Since then, every day when he gets up before me, he tucks me back into bed with an extra blanket and kisses me
Wow.
on the cheek before starting his morning.
Damn, I'm teeing to that shit, bro. Shit's so
I'm kicking my feet.
I know.
He does this whether or not I wake up with his alarm so that I could sleep in a bit longer.
Hell
I
yeah.
love him.
Fucks
It
and he
does.
sounds sexy as shit.
hell
He fucks.
yeah.
He fucks for sure.
Hell
That
yeah.
guy's sexy and his heart is sexy.
Wow.
Damn right.
Sexy heart.
Let's go. That should be a new thing, Josh. Sexy heart 2025.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about that.
Me neither. I just said it should be a thing.
Is this 2025 slogan? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, with that done, moving into the amazing Underbakke segment of Oops, I didn't plan this. Does this guy?
Holy shit.
We're getting a double dose today, gentlemen.
Double dipper.
This one is coming from r/unpopular opinion. So I think we know where this one's going.
Yeah, maybe.
No matter how hot a girl is, yep. Just off that sentence. Taking too many selfies is extremely unattractive. I live in Florida and there are beautiful women all over the beaches, but I can't tell you how incredibly unattractive I think it is to spend the entire day taking pictures of yourselves just to put on social media. A friend of a friend who I just unfollowed on Instagram is physically gorgeous. And she's been trying to get me to take her out and date her, but she's constantly posting
Cap.
pics of her. Yeah, Cap. I got to tell you this. You're lying
Yeah.
in your dreams. But she's constantly posting pictures of herself with stupid duck lips. And when I told her it's not my thing, she got really offended. Probably because nobody ever tells her no.
No, probably because she's like, who's this random dude telling me that?
Yeah, I think you told her that. She got offended, and then you made up the whole scenario. For
Yeah.
wanting to.
Friend of a friend. You followed her without ever meeting her in person because she was friends with your friend.
There's a difference between loving yourself and being a narcissist. Figure it out. And it's not just women. Men do it too. Social media is absolutely ruining society.
Yet you're posting on a forum.
Yeah.
Reddit is also a social media.
Yeah.
Now Zuckertard wants a 13 and under Instagram.
Wait, he does?
I don't know, but we do agree that we don't like Zuck.
I thought they were doing 13 and over.
I don't know.
Why would there be a 13 and under? That's just weird.
If
Yeah.
that is true, then yeah, that's weird.
I don't think
Also,
that's true. I think in Australia they're having it so you have to be 13 and up.
In
And I-
just
I-
Australia?
I fucking hate Meta and Zuckerberg, but
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah. And I don't think it was his idea. I think they legislated
I
that.
think, yeah, they probably forced his hand there.
Yeah. Also, this guy
All
doesn't fuck.
This guy definitely does not fuck.
He definitely watches from the background,
Yeah.
breathing really hard.
Here's the thing.
I don't think they know this about
Yeah.
people.
You don't have to like social media, and I hate a lot of aspects of it. If that's something you're not into, just look for someone else to date. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, don't yuck someone's yum, bro.
Exactly.
That's
just
the
trying
I
to
will
get
say
by
the only
most.
time it will piss me off when it's like taking up time. Like, let's say I'm driving and someone's fucking, taking selfies. Okay, I'll be annoyed. Like, bro, fucking
Oh.
look at the road.
Yeah, if they're driving, yes.
And like that's just mad annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope no one's taking selfies while driving. That's,
You'd be surprised, brother.
I wouldn't
That's
be,
crazy.
actually. I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
All right, this next one is coming from r/nice guy, so I think we know
Nope.
the answer, but let's read it anyway. This looks to be a text message. It's not the whole message, but I guess it's enough.
Okay. You know it's unhinged if they cut the message off.
Blocking trash, as if I was going to message you again. You just have to suck up attention in the room and disrespect me like a traitorous whore. Oh, Jesus Christ. You cannot respect a man of high stat. Oh, God. This guy is. You project your fear and lack the respect to behave around me. You humiliate yourself by blocking me. I didn't even realize until now. Never show insolence to me in your life, you selfish piece of trash. Using your neurosis to misbehave? You can't hold the antisocial feminism back for just a second and be an adult, can you? You have been trained to antagonize and undermine men. Misfortune will fall upon you. Never block me in your life, you disrespectful traitor. I curse you. You are incapable of having adult relations. You fail to rise to the challenge and disrespect it all as your life passes you by. You have no morals at all, just disrespecting men and sucking them down to your level instead of benefiting. Never undermine me in your life. Never belittle me.
What in the trench
Bro,
coat fucking
these
villain
red
sounding
fuck was
ass?
motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up. Holy shit. They use a lot of words to say a lot of fucking nothing.
A lot of nothing.
Don't you ever call me this way ever again.
You embarrass me by blocking
You
me.
embarrass me by blocking me.
Bro,
But
literally,
what's crazy is no one has
No
to
one
know that
knows.
you've been blocked except for the two of you. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like,
It's
you're
your
the one
dumbass
making
fault
it.
to get blocked to begin with. You're
Yes.
probably a terrible person.
You're probably
probably
leaving comments
pestering
like
her.
this,
Yeah.
talking about how you're a high status man and how she's a whore.
Yeah.
So of course she blocked you.
Bro. And no one, and like I said, no one would have known and except for you calling it out. And then now thousands of people on Reddit know.
I hope they flame the fuck out
You've
of this.
embarrassed yourself, stupid.
And tens of thousands listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's a flex. Okay.
Humble brag. Just got to slide 10 in there.
Tens and
Any
thousands of
advertisers,
people.
Tushy? Listen,
Smosh gets 100,000, but whatever.
we got a 10. No biggie.
Comparison is a thief of joy,
Billions.
Josh. All right.
Hey, low key, 1/10 of Smosh. We've only been around 3 years. Hey,
Shit.
That's true.
we didn't have the original Pokemon theme song to care.
And I'm not half as funny as Shane, so I'm cool with
We're a
it.
fraction.
Please collab with us.
We're 1/10 as funny as that. So really, it all makes sense.
Combined.
Yeah, for sure. This guy doesn't fuck.
Hell nah.
All right, patrons. That's it for this week. So before we end the show, we got some Venmos to read.
Oh, Lord.
I will say a lot of these were sent before the refs and the Chiefs did what they did.
Oh, no.
So a couple of these are hard to read, but we move on.
Read through the tears, buddy.
I'll do my best.
The tears they're coming.
The first one is Kinsley, who writes, "When the Texans play well, I pay well. Let's go Stroud. Also, sorry, John, but not really sorry."
Oh,
Kinsley
shit.
sends $32, and I think that's the last payment we get from Kinsley for a while.
Till next
Fuck it.
season.
Bolt gang, baby. We'll see you on a championship next year. Believe it.
Hey, believe that AFC Championship? Me and
Shit.
she. The
Yeah.
world, I think, is fully on board with
Buffalo.
refs on the side.
Buffalo.
What the
want-
fuck
I want-
happened to Detroit? Oh, my God.
Bro.
Shit.
You know what?
Destroyed my bracket.
Yeah, I'm fucked for my work bracket. I had Lions and Ravens.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's over. Next up, we got Kagan, who writes, "I wish I was rich, but I won this money off a scratch off, so here you go. Y'all the bomb." Kagan sends $15.
Oh,
Thank
thank you. Congratulations on that win, too.
You could have also been a Patreon for 3 months.
There you go.
Whoa. That's true. And yet you just decided to give it all to us.
Well, charity.
Okay,
But-
that's true. We don't keep any of this. Next up, we got Barefoot Conrosa, who writes, "Where is the merch announcement of hoodies with a QR code to Sean's Venmo and the design saying, 'Who the fuck is Sean?' on it? We got to figure out a way to make money on this. It's too good." Barefoot Conrosa sends 1 cent and $1 billion idea.
I
Love that.
Yeah, I Thank you, Barefoot Carosa. I will say I'm shocked you haven't pushed that through yet, Sean.
We have no idea for February, so I guess we could. We are scared of doing Risen and Jizzin, as I've said before.
Risen and Jizzin. Let's do Armed and Dangerous.
Even though I think Armed and Dangerous would be a great
Only the
shirt.
patrons will get that shit.
Yeah.
All of us with fucking bionic arms.
We could just do again and that'd be a metal shocker.
Oh, I like that.
Hey.
All of us fist bumping with our metal arm.
True.
Oh, we did have that 69 jersey idea. March Madness, maybe. Next up, we got Tamara, who writes, I love this goddamn podcast. Y'all give me hope that there are some good guys out there. Great convos, funny, thoughtful, caring, just great vibes. And Tamara sends $15. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara.
I hope you didn't listen to the smut we just read then.
I thought that was great, funny, thoughtful, and caring.
I want my money back.
He asked for consent a lot in that smut.
That's true. It's true.
Next up, we got Adam, who writes, hey, y'all, been a listener since year one, thanks to my wife. I worked 5 years in pest control, and I could tell you that German roaches are no joke. Due to their reproductive cycle, they can adapt around pesticides if you are not careful.
Our Queen Ogtha lives forever.
Yeah,
I think it was in response to the RV.
the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, trailer. Yeah. Where she had roach infestation.
Yeah. Adam sends $3. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you,
for that
Adam.
And the wisdom.
And the
And
wisdom.
for being a year one listener. Jeebus.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Shout out to your wife.
Next up, we got E. Katerina. That's an OG Patreon.
OG.
if I
yes.
I remember saying that name a lot. Reddit on Wiki. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are super famous now. Not true.
I don't know about that.
Not true.
Appreciate it.
I remembered way back in 2022 when you guys were still starting out, especially with the Am I the Asshole episodes.
And Sean still can't pronounce it.
I don't do those.
That's
I
true.
do Reddit readings.
Maybe we
It's
should
easier
change
to
that
say.
up.
Wow, I don't know. I don't know if Josh and John still remember me, but I am proud to say I was messaging with them way back when you guys could still reply, which I totally understand now. Your inboxes and private messages are probably full as fuck. But it's amazing how much you guys have grown, and I'm a proud Patreon member since 2022.
Hell yeah.
Just had some card issues now, and it looks like I've only been a member since this year. So even if I go dead broke, I will not have the heart to leave that Patreon group. More power to you guys. Proud Panay over here. PH.
Hell yeah.
Uy, Philippines.
Philippines.
Also, I do remember you. So, yeah,
I think all three of us remember
Oh,
you.
yeah.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
said your name so many times on a show.
for sure.
Josh has heard it.
Many times when I was
Many
editing
times.
the shed outset. So
E.
glad we stopped
Katerina
doing that.
sends $6. Thank you, E. Katerina.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we got Adam, who writes, keep the goat sound. Actually, clap, clap. Put it back, pretty please. Goat emoji. P.S. You three are popping. Keep being awesome. Signed,
Thank you, Adam.
A Rich. Adam sends $20. Thank you.
Damn. Thank you, Adam.
Rich indeed.
Also, I don't know if we actually officially took it away. I think we just vaguely threatened it because some people asked for it to go.
I think we had an episode where we didn't really press it at all. And then
Oh.
also we had a Venmo that was asking us to remove it.
it just
that
happened to
kinda
be the same episode.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, it's here to stay, I think. We might
Yeah.
we might change it up every once in a while. Do
The
different
goat
who knows?
stays.
goat noises, but yeah.
Next up, we got Snow, who writes, hey again, boys. It's me, Snow. I'm really in a pickle and could use some advice and was hoping you guys would read my story. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks you guys so much for all that you do. Snow, I will maybe read that next episode. I just saw this right now and I'd already had stories. My bad. Snow sends $5.
Thank you, Snow. And hopefully we're not too late with that advice.
Yeah, hopefully
Not time
I
sensitive.
will say the best place is maybe the Discord, the submit a story thing, right?
maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. That's where John got my story today. So maybe. I don't know. But I'll get to you in 2 weeks' time of the recording, which will probably be.
If it's time sensitive, you could always give it to John for next
Yeah,
week.
I can do
Yeah,
it
if it's
next
time
week.
sensitive, you can give it to
Yeah.
John.
Lob it to me next week, brother. I got
Yeah.
you.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Next up, we got Sarah, who writes, I've been listening for a while and was so excited to hear you talk about my town, Harrisonburg, VA, on your January 15th live.
That fake kid is wild, bro.
Oh yeah, that was the live, right? Yeah,
It was.
It was a guy who needed a fake kid, and I won't explain anymore, Sean.
It was a
Sick,
prank
dude.
that you probably would have liked, Sean.
Yeah, I'll listen. I own a gluten-free bakery there and have spent days listening to your podcast while I was preparing to open. Thank you for your company during this milestone. Sarah sends $20.
Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Can you please send us some treats?
I love a good bakery. So.
Hey, send us the name so we can give it a shout out.
Yeah, we'll shout it out.
For anybody visiting Harrisonburg.
Harrisonburg. Yeah.
Next up, we got Rathmeen, who writes, I'm back to pour one out for the Vikings. Clowned way too hard on the Texans, and karma bit me right in the, I think that's a peach emoji. Fellow Wiki, BFF Katie, will be cheering for Pookie in the playoffs. Stroud, duh.
Oh no.
Oof, rough.
Oh no.
Rathmeen continues, fuck the Chiefs. Sean, you're still my fave. Go Texans. Rathmeen sends $50, and
Oh, thank you very much.
thank you for the
Hey,
donation.
grief is hitting. I
Man.
like it.
When the NFL fans are up, they're up, and they send good donos. But
Yeah, and
For
now
real.
we're all sad. We
Now
can
all
join
the
the
Wiki
Vikings.
maniacs
We
are
can
sad.
join the Chargers. We're all fucking in Cancun, I guess.
hey, I'm pulling for Buffalo.
I mean, that's where Ted Cruz is going to be tomorrow when we're fucking freezing cold, Sean.
Yeah, that stupid bastard. He's going from DC straight to goddamn Cancun. That asshole.
That's crazy.
Bitch.
Next up, we got Nina, who writes, newer listener here. Been going back and listening to the old episode. Thank you for the laughs on the long travel days. $10 for LA and 69 cents for the boys.
Oh,
Nina sends $10.69.
All
you,
going to
Nina.
charity, baby.
yeah,
Let's
it's all
go.
going anyway.
We're not
so-
keeping any of it, actually.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Alex, who writes kind of the same thing.
Oh,
I'm a relatively new listener, and you guys have quickly become my favorite Reddit Stories podcast. I plan on becoming a rich soon. Thank you, Alex.
thank you very
Hurry up.
much.
Jesus Christ.
I expect that from Sean, but not you.
Yeah,
Sean.
whoa.
Thank you, Alex.
Alex also sends the exact same amount, $10.69.
Woo.
The sickest amount.
Did you guys coordinate that?
I know. So thank you guys to all the Venmos. Anything before we end the episode, boys?
No, I've got a couple PayPals, but we'll do them next week on John's episode.
Yeah.
That sounds right. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. If you want more Reddit on Wiki, join the Patreon or become a YouTube member and get bonus Tuesday episodes and monthly lives.
What'd you call them? They're called Tuesday episodes.
Get that shit right.
Come on, that's trademarked.
Fuck the both of you. And we have episodes on Friday if you don't want to pay us. In fact, don't pay us. I beg of you to discontinue to
No.
show support of me in rage of Tuesdays being rubbed in my face.
You won't get to appreciate the smut then.
You see me do a solid and promote their little show without me, and then this is how they do me.
Aren't you benefiting from it, motherfucker?
Yes. But still,
It's the
I need to rub it in
principle.
my face. That's rude. Anyways, that's it. See you guys Friday. Fuck it.
Bye.
Bye.
Get therapy.